that I've been so far away. I've had a lot on my plate. I know that I've been so hard to reach, but I don't wanna be that man. I wanna do better by you. I wanna be better for you. No more taking you for granted. I wanna do better by you. Shed the old, embrace the new. No more taking you for granted anymore. So baby, please keep the door open for me just a little bit longer. Yeah, we could try to mend what is broken. If you just keep the door open. I've journeyed far from where I stand. Now I'm longing for change. I hear the echoes from this different man, but all his words are rearranged. So baby, please keep the door open for me just a little bit longer. Yeah, we could try to mend what is broken. Yeah, if you just keep the door open. I wanna be better for you. No more taking you for granted. I wanna do better by you. Shed the old, embrace the new. No more taking you for granted anymore. For me, just a little bit longer. Oh, yeah, we could try to mend what is broken. If you just keep the door open, yeah. If you just keep the door open, yeah. If you just keep the door open.
In the crowd, in the club, at the bar, yeah, what's up? I saw you cross the room, yeah, glowing in the moonlight. I don't know where you've been, but I'm glad that you're here. Gonna take you by the hand and lead you to the dance floor. Girl, it's our time, just you and I. Don't run, don't hide. No, I'll do it right. We got all night. I'll take you so high. Yeah. Baby, let me love you. Let me love you. Baby, let me love you. Love you. And baby, you're my muse. I wanna see you move. And baby, let me love you. Love you. Love you, yeah. Love you, yeah. Love you, yeah. Come on,
remembered to click the button today, so that's a good start. Now let's see what else can go wrong. All right, everybody. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Morning Night Live. I'm your host, Marty, also known as P-Dog Night on the internet. Welcome back to the P-Dog Night channel. Well, sort of, because there's only 10 people here. What the hell's going on? Where is everybody? Where is it? Oh, by the way, I'm curious. Did you say let's go? Did you say let's go? Every day, this is the new thing from now on this channel. If you happen to see the tweet, all I want to see is let's go. Now, some of you probably already did. Here's the tweet. Reply to this, comma, quote, let's go. And there's the tweet. Go reply to the tweet. Now, some of you may have done that. I haven't looked yet. Let's just take a look at my notifications. I got a few notifications here. Let's see. I see. Thank you, Somnambule Nation. Banks. Somnambule Nation again for retweeting the show. Mike Savage. Yes. And so Somnambule Nation, let's went. That's funny. Hit that let's go, people. Let's go. All right. Anyway, hey, welcome to the show. Today, yesterday I didn't really talk about Kamala Harris's 60 Minutes interview because I really didn't watch it. And but now that I've seen some highlights, and I use that word very generously, I will talk a little bit about that today, and also about her. Well, I'm calling it the Fluff tour. I was going to call it Fluffer tour, but that's that's unnecessary and sexist. Just call it a Fluffer tour. But she's on all of a sudden the campaign has decided that, this criticism we're getting about not doing interviews is starting to hurt our campaign. And so now we're going to go out and do interviews, which most likely will hurt their campaign because, boy, oh boy, they are not very good at this. And, despite the fact that they constantly get assist from the media, and I'll show you how 60 Minutes opened the recorded, edited video from Kamala Harris that even by recording it and editing it didn't help, but their opening of it was literally a gift to the Harris campaign because, Donald Trump's a little mad at 60 Minutes for the last time he was on there and says he doesn't really want to do it unless they apologize for something that they did the last time that they're denying that they did, but then there's video of them doing it. Now, if you don't know what I'm talking about, well, fine, hang on, we'll get there. But, of course, first, we're going to say hi. Oh, I heard that reminds me of a joke I heard the other day, and it's really an inappropriate joke. I'm just saying it's inappropriate, but no, I'm not going to tell it. Well, maybe I'll tell it at the end of the show. Remind me to tell the joke that I was talking about at the beginning of the show today at the end of the show, and it will be very inappropriate, but it's funny. So I dare even tell it? I don't know. It's one of those things. Anyway, let's say hi to everybody and get this show on the road. First, the chat today, of course, is Mr. Avcast Diablo, who gets the bell. Wow, y'all are a little slow today. What's up? Can you do a little better than that? Also, good morning, Aaron Meredith. What's happening? Mike Savage, Blarg. Lord Stanhope's in the house. Wait, funny, wee Willie Brown used to call Kami Fluff. Oh, now I don't want to hear that. Good morning, Kevin S. Shit. If you do that every day, Kevin, I will say it every day. Good morning, Lord Stanhope. Somnambule Nation, of course, the first person always to tweet out the show, even before me. Good morning, Boneheaded Dumbass. Oh, good. Nice to see you. Mr. Tire. Alexander. The Scourge is in the house. Also, good morning, Darren Root. Yes, it is new music. Well, I decided, I always do music without vocals when I'm on my preview, the countdown. And today I'm like, well, why? Who cares if there's vocals during the countdown? There's not going to be, it's not like I'm playing it or something. Like sometimes I play music when there is, like we do super chats and stuff like that, but I haven't done that for a while. So I was wondering, why am I cutting out the vocals? So there you go. You got a few songs with people actually singing. That was way too long of an explanation. Good morning, Tyler F. What's up, man? Number one is in the house. Rod Line is in the house. Good morning, okay, well, whatever. I got you. Good morning, Vietnam. Also, who else is here? Special Can Acid. JB. Did I already say JB? No, I didn't say JB because you just got here. And my other favorite Canadian, Unacceptable Views. That's a good start. We got a handful of people. Hit the like button, share the stream, and all that stuff. And we're going to let's get it started. Let's get it started in here. Shall we? Shall we dance? 1, 2, 3, and all right. I don't have a special day today. Now, I think it's just because I didn't really look for one because I got home late and the show started late and stuff, and I was trying to get stuff. What the hell's happening here? Trying to get stuff done as fast as I possibly could. And there's no Catholic feast. There's no, I don't know. Here, let's see. Happy. Let's just put in happy in the search and see what happens. Happy. Oh, it is. Okay, here we go. This is a good one. Ladies and gentlemen, it is Customer Service Week. Happy Customer Service Week. Now, this is something called Book-a-Hut Customer Service Week, but we had to throw in a little fun. Watch as we celebrate with cheers and a little prank on one of our own. After all, what's a week of appreciation without some laughs? Happy Customer Service Week. Well, watch this. It's only 30 seconds. They said he did a prank on one of their own. Let's see what happens on Customer Service Week when your employees are here. Let's see here. Let's see. Okay.
Happy Customer Service Week. Happy Customer Service Week.
Hey.
Happy Customer Service Week.
Hey.
Happy Customer Service Week.
Yay.
Happy Customer Service Week.
Okay. Yay.
Happy Customer Service Week.
Yay.
Happy Customer Service Week.
Okay. Oh! Okay, that's funny. Okay, so she didn't get a yay. That was kind of cute, actually. Okay, so anyway, who's this? Bureau of Market and Social Research. Where is this Customer Service Week in like some specific country? Because it's all black people's, which is fine. Oh no! Wait, it's Jersey Day. What? What country is it? Happy Customer Service Week? Is this like in Nigeria or something? Anyway, Happy Customer Service Week. Somebody, I don't even know why it went there. Holy shit! Good morning, Aaron Meredith. What's up? And that's it. It's International Tyrants Day. You should say thanks for your benevolent overlords. Okay, that's good, Tyre. Thank you. All right, let's just get into news because I'm already behind schedule. So, now this just caught my eye, and it's something called some database that's trending gender affirming care for minors. It's not a main topic today, but apparently a new national database maps gender affirming care for minors, listing where children are getting puberty blockers, hormone replacement therapy, and sex assignment surgery, and calls out some of the nation's most notorious providers. Researchers were able to identify a total of 13,994 minors across the United States who received medical treatment for gender dysphoria over the course of 4 years. Shockingly, over 5,700 of those kids were operated on. They had surgeries. Holy shnikes. The searchable database from Do No Harm is called Does My Hospital Transition Kid and launches today. It maps providers and hospitals which provide gender affirming care. The new database from Do No Harm launched this week and allows you to search which hospitals in your state are performing these procedures. And then the full story here at the New York Post. So let's read the New York Post story real quick. 5,700 American children had trans surgeries between 2019 and 2023. Medical group claims treated like guinea pigs, this is gross to me. I'm sorry. By the way, I was thinking about this. Have y'all noticed that during this little presidential cycle, when Tim Walz or Kamala Harris are being interviewed, or debates or whatever, have you noticed they haven't mentioned one thing about this particular subject? The LBGTQIAF LMNOP communities. And the reason that is strange to me is because Tim Walz this year signed a bill that's saying minors who are in our state can get gender affirming care, be it medicalization, any type of medicalization, be it hormones, whatever, surgeries, whatever, without their parents' consent at a certain age. Now, that's bad enough. But also, they've made it so that if a child from another state ends up in our state, and also whether it's part of a custody battle or whatever, if with one parent, the state they came from, if, for example, the state they came from issued an order that they would postpone or not allow the child to have gender affirming care, right? So they have a dispute and they're staying the action, right? If they make it to Minnesota, Minnesota will disregard anything that happened in their state legally and will allow for it to happen. Okay. So basically it's a sanctuary state for gender affirming care for minors. And whether or not, and it doesn't matter if one parent or no parents show up. If the minor ends up in Minnesota, they can get medicalization for their, gender affirmation. Now, it's funny because one of Tim Walz's things on the campaign trail is that mind your own business. Now he's referring to abortions, right? But it mind your own business. And yet you're allowing our minors in our state, whether their parents agree to or not, to get some form of medicalization. That's, in many cases, it has to be permanent, right? Some irreversible effects, sterilization, whatever, are side effects of these procedures without the consent or guidance of their parents. Now, it seems to me that would be my business if I were a parent, to guide the what's going on with my minor children. So it's amazing that he keeps talking about mind your own business. Well, hey, Governor Walz, look in the mirror. So anyway, 5,700 children. Okay, so here's the treated like guinea pigs. New national database maps gender affirming care for minors, listing where children are getting puberty blockers, hormone replacement therapy, and sex reassignment surgery, and calls out some of the nation's most notorious providers. Researchers were able to identify a total of 13,994 minors across the United States who received medical treatment for gender dysphoria over the course of 4 years. Shockingly, over 5,700 of those kids were operated on. So either they like to say top surgery or bottom surgery to make it sound a little less dire. You mean breast removal, sex reassignment surgeries, sex changes, facial, whatever, feminization surgeries and shit like that on minor children whose brains haven't developed completely, who don't understand long-term thinking, who could, so when you're 25 and you want to have a baby, what are you going to do? 25? I don't even think past next month. I don't think past what's for lunch at school today. But they can choose to become permanent medical patients. So it's unbelievable. Hello, Bookwormatic. So anyway, the searchable database, Do No Harm, is called Does My Hospital Transition Kids? It launches today. It maps providers and hospitals which provide gender affirming care. So let's see here. So I'm going to open up this link here. Is this the database that opens today? Okay. Yeah. And look at this. The Dirty Dozen Hospitals. One of them is in my state of Minnesota. So let's look at the state of Minnesota. I'm going to guess Children's Hospital in Minnesota. No surprise. And then Essentia Health, St. Mary's Children's Hospital in Duluth. Let's see. So Children's Hospital, which is in Minneapolis, 54 sex change patients, 0 surgery patients, hormone replacement blockers, yes, prescription written, 235, submitted charges. This is, I think, is this the millions or thousands? Probably in the thousands. So anyway, yeah, and then wait, why is this? Oh, that's just Children's Hospital. Here's all facilities in Minnesota. Oh my God. Okay, University of Minnesota, Fairview, South Health, University of Minnesota, Mayo Clinic. So, yeah. So you can look it up by state and whatnot. So, man, that's not good. So anyway, the database can be searched by state or by specific facility you're wondering about in your local hospital. In total, there are 225 children's hospitals on the map. Do No Harm, an advocacy group that represents medical professionals concerned about identity politics, gender ideology, and the DEI practices in medicine, was able to aggregate their figures by scouring a selection of insurance claims filed nationwide between 2019 and 2023. In all, they found 5,747 unique patients receiving gender-affirming surgery, whether it be a mastectomy or gender reassignment surgery, as well as 8,579 patients on puberty blockers and or hormone replacement therapy. Overall, they counted more than 60,000 total prescriptions written. In all, the cost of insurance claims submitted by the roughly 14,000 patients amounts to $119 million, according to the new website. Researchers at Do No Harm opted to be as cautious as possible in counting cases and say, therefore, the total numbers of patients and treatments are likely an underestimate. So, what the fuck? What the hell? So, if you want to, there's a little more in the article here. This is insane. Hello, Scribe. What's up, Dog Thrapple? So there you go. So the links to both the article in the New York Post and the website Stop the Harm database are in the links today if you want to check that out. Bob Costas, the sportscaster, is trending really high today, and I was trying to figure out, did he die? Did he get married? Did something happen to Bob Costas? Well, no, Bob Costas is okay. But if you're a baseball fan, apparently some people are upset about Bob Costas' call on this play. Apparently he seemed to be looking a little bit like a homer on this. Let's see. I haven't watched it. I waited to watch it to see how bad this is, because apparently it's a spectacular play. Let's see how Bob Costas calls it. This is the Kansas City Royals versus the New York Yankees.
Hit to short. Witt gets the force. Can they turn two? Yes, they can, and it's just the point we were making. It's not Giancarlo's fault. A near base hit. Couldn't beat it out at the other end. Turns into a double play.
Did he sound disappointed? He's announcing a playoff baseball game. He sounded disappointed that the Royals got the double play. You want to hear that again? I know we don't do sports on this channel, but sometimes listen to his call. Hello, Justine Ellison. What's up? Listen to this call again, because aren't sports. Apparently, Bob Costas is a Yankees fan. Listen to this again.
Hit to short. Witt gets the force. Can they turn two? Yes, they can, and it's just the point we were making.
So
it's not
sad.
Giancarlo's fault.
And it's not Giancarlo's fault. What?
A near base hit. Couldn't beat it out at the other end. Turns into a double play.
He sounds so freaking disappointed. Okay, that's it. I don't need to hear it anymore. It's just interesting. If you're a fan of sports, you do not want announcers sounding that, especially during playoffs. You don't want to sound them that, sounding that biased. I mean, he sounds so disappointed. And tons of people are talking about it. And I don't care if they're Yankees fans or not. That's a terrible way to to call a baseball game. All right, I'm moving on. Speaking of sports people, Keith Olbermann is trending. Apparently Keith Olbermann. Yeah, so he's a Yankees fan. I guess so. I mean, that's pretty bad. Keith Olbermann is trending because, well, one, he's a dickhead, but he has a problem with Elon Musk. He's mad at Elon Musk because Elon Musk apparently is supporting the former president of the United States to be the new president of the United States. And here's Keith Olbermann on Elon Musk.
Time to cancel all the contracts and reassess his immigration status.
Now, the government contracts with SpaceX, I think he's talking about, and also I think Starlink has some government contracts too. And in fact, Starlink, I think they put like 300. They donated 300 Starlink units in the Appalachians for hurricane relief. But Keith Olbermann thinks that we should cancel all government contracts with Elon Musk. Look, first of all, before I let him finish, let me remind you that SpaceX has been the most prolific launchers of satellites for the United States government and other entities for the last, 3 or 4 years. They're doing like 80, 90, 100 launches a year, taking shit up into space that the U.S. government wants up there. So, but Keith Olbermann says, cancel all government contracts.
And reassess his immigration status.
Why?
And hopefully deport him the hell out of the country.
Deport
and if
Elon
we can't
Musk?
do that by conventional means, President Biden, you have presidential immunity. Get Elon Musk the F out of our country and do it now.
Really, Keith? So anyway, so lots of people talking about Keith today. That's the libs of TikTok there. Keith Olbermann calls on Biden to deport Elon Musk. There's an article in Fox News, too. Keith Olbermann calls for Elon Musk to be deported. Biden needs to get the mogul, the F out of the country. Oh, my goodness. Former MSDNC host Keith Olbermann called for Tesla mogul Elon Musk to be deported, suggesting President Biden should use presidential immunity to get the multimillionaire business magnate the F out of the country. Olbermann, a staunch critic of former President Donald Trump, is irked that Musk has criticized FEMA and supported the Republican presidential nominee on X, where he boasts over 200 million followers. So, on a platform that gives Keith Olbermann free speech. Fascinating. Fucking fascinating. Let's see. While Olbermann doesn't want the government to work... wait a minute. Cancel government contracts. Okay, so while Olbermann doesn't want the government to work with Musk, the former MSNBC host posted the video on X, the platform formerly known as Twitter, which is owned by Elon Musk. Wait, that's the wrong horn. This is the proper horn for Keith Olbermann. He's a clown. Olbermann accused Musk of spreading potentially fatal disinformation and misinformation about FEMA's recovery efforts and the impact in the affected sites, as the Biden-Harris administration has been criticized for sending mixed messages on whether FEMA resources were used to support migrants. Oh, they were. Don't lie. He is also now working in kind donation, turning Twitter's X into a Trump advertising campaign. It's time to cancel all the contracts and reassess his immigration status and hopefully deport him the hell out of the country, Olbermann said. If we can't do that by conventional means, President Biden, you have presidential immunity. Get Elon Musk the fuck out of our country and do it now. Keith, blood pressure pills, brother. Blood pressure pills. Oberman's rant comes on the heels of Musk joining Trump on stage at a campaign rally during his first return to Butler, Pennsylvania, since facing an assassination attempt at the hands of a 20-year-old gunman, Thomas Matthew Crooks, at the site just 12 weeks prior. The true test of someone's character is how they behave under fire, Musk said. We had one president who couldn't climb a flight of stairs and another who was fist pumping and getting shot. America is the home of the brave, and there's no truer test than courage under fire. So, who do you want representing America? Okay, that's my best Elon Musk imitation. Anyway, so Olbermann is pooping his pants over that. All right. Also, another journalist. There's also people. Oh, by the way, good morning to my favorite Canadian Jaeger ponies in the house, Zed the Snarky, Green Badger Outdoors, and Linda Hunter. How y'all doing? Welcome to the show. Another person under fire besides Elon Musk by the left is Mr. Scott Jennings. Apparently, he's the guy on CNN. This is CNN, who is an analyst on CNN. He's on there regularly, and apparently he got. There was all the people on the left are pissed off about this. Hold up. Over this exchange, where he points his finger at Al Franken and Eric Michael Dyson. Eric Michael Dyson cracks me up. Eric Michael Dyson is like the character on In Living Color in the prison that always uses too many words, and sometimes they don't really mean anything. Anyway, here's the exchange that people are pissed off about.
You've done an analysis of Walz. Are there any?
Oh, because what was going on here is they were talking about the candidates, and Scott Jennings was talking about the lies that Walz has told on the campaign, which, are several, just like most politicians. But here we go.
You've done an analysis of Walz. Are there any lies that Donald Trump tells that you are disturbed by?
I don't want any politician to lie ever. I wish they would all tell the truth all the time.
That was a Kamala Harris evasion. What is a lie that Donald Trump has
First of all,
told
I don't answer to you, and I don't answer to you. That's number one. Number two, it is my sincere. Well, I don't answer to these two guys. It's my sincerest hope.
Okay, I don't know who this fellow is, but anyway, so that's what people are pissed off about. He's like, I don't answer you, and I don't answer you, and they're like calling him racist for pointing at the two guys, which I don't get it. Scott Jennings is identified as a CNN senior political commentator. It's just past time for CNN to think seriously about whether they want to continue to soil themselves by features. See, look, Scott Jennings often eloquently speaks on behalf of the right and maybe people who support Trump. And so a lot of people don't like him because, well, he's on CNN, where you're not supposed to have people who are supportive of Trump. You're supposed to only have people who hate Donald Trump. So everyone's bitching about this exchange. In fact, here it is. Scott Jennings is one of the main reasons I no longer watch This is CNN, despite being a 3-decade viewer. Oh, gosh, a 3-decade viewer, you are really fucked. Anyway, they went from being the gold standard in TV news to being biased trash propaganda that lets people lie unchallenged. They became unwatchable about 2 years ago. Okay. The gold standard in TV news to being biased trash propaganda that lets people lie unchallenged. They became unwatchable 2.5 years ago. Now, well, here's what's fascinating about that. I'm pretty sure Scott Jennings has only been an analyst on This is CNN for the last year. So they became watchable before they had any Republicans representing anything on CNN, because they really don't like Republicans on CNN. But I will agree with her with this one thing. They are a biased trash propaganda network, and usually in favor of Democrats. So what's the deal? I don't know. Holy shit. Anyway, that's why people are mad at This is CNN. Other things happening. Trump has decided to have a rally in California. What? Trump just announced he will be holding a gigantic outdoor rally in Kamala Harris's backyard of California. Yeah, dude. This guy says this will be epic. It's going to be on Saturday in the city of Coachella. Now, Coachella is clearly famous for something else, the annual music festival there. Here is, this is DonaldTrump.com. Let's see what it says. Oh, President Donald Trump to hold a rally in Coachella, California. Okay, there's no news there. I'm closing that. I don't know. That's just a link to if you want to go to the rally. But here it is. Let's see what this says. President Donald John Trump to hold a rally in Coachella, California. President Donald J. Trump, the 45th President of the United States of America, will deliver remarks at a rally in Coachella, California on Saturday, October 12th, 2024 at 5 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time. Under Kamala Harris and her dangerous Democrat allies like Tim Walz, the notorious California dream has turned into a nightmare for everyday Americans. Since Harris and Biden took office, prices have skyrocketed nearly 20%, leaving Californians grappling with crushing costs. Families are struggling to stay afloat, with the average California household losing more than $33,000 since January 2021. Californians are suffocating under rising prices for everything from groceries to housing, thanks to Kamalanomics. That's kind of hard to say. Say Kamalanomics 3 times fast. Kamalanomics. Blah, blah, ding dong. Holy shit. Anyway, the median sales price of a home in California has surged by 23% under Harris's watch, pricing out middle-class California families, blah, 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 blah. So, look, I'm not going to read this whole thing because there's 2 pages of stuff like that. You get it. I'm just laughing that he's going to California. He's going everywhere. He's going everywhere. And it's amazing because Kamala has been staying in friendly venues in friendly states. And someone said she's kind of doing the Hillary model, thinking all she needs is have the media do it all for her, or do the Biden model where you can hide, but they're figuring out that ain't working. So now they're out on the circuit. So we'll talk about that in a minute. Also, Hamas is trending. Now, this is because, yesterday, October 7th, there was commemorations of the awful events in Israel. Good morning, Willie, by the way. Willie won't go home, but you can't push Willie around. Willie won't go. Okay, Hamas. So there's a bunch of memorials, whatever, for the October 7th tragedy, right, in Israel, this terrible, terrorist event. And like the article you read yesterday, it wasn't necessarily a terrorist event. They had plans to infiltrate Israel from that point, that point of the map. And it got thwarted by the Israeli Defense Forces. But that wasn't just a terrorist attack. And also the fact, the uniqueness of it is that rather than attacking military targets, they went in and attacked specifically civilians, soft target civilians. And so yesterday, memorials, etc., were happening. Well, apparently there were counter rallies to these events, where now this is described, you fucking dumb bitch, I love Hamas, open your window. Muslim extremists marching to commemorate October 7th stop and harass a female driver in New York City. They threatened her and spit on her car. This is beyond effed up, man. Here's this one.
You dumb bitch! Fuck you! Fuck you! You scared now? You fucking dumb bitch!
Stupid!
Fuck you!
Stupid!
Fuck you!
Stupid! Yeah, triangle Hamas! I
You
love
fucking
Hamas!
dumb bitch!
Yeah! Yeah!
You stupid hoe!
Stupid! Open your window, dummy! Open your window! Now you scared!
So they seem nice. Oh, by the way, Big Daddy coffee today. So here another one, wearing a mask during a riot. Oh, this is interesting. What is this? This is at McGill University. This is in Canada, Montreal. Wearing a mask during a riot carries a maximum sentence of 10 years in prison. Where here's a violent mob destroying a building at McGill University in support of Hamas. And literally, there are people out here supporting Hamas on October 7th. This is one at McGill University in Montreal. They're destroying buildings. Why? What does this do? Especially in Canada. It's okay, Canadian friends. My Canadian brothers and sisters. Answer me this. Is Canada a huge supporter of Israel in this event in the Middle East? I don't know. I know we are in the United States, but I'm not sure. And why do you think, okay, and this is rhetorical because I know there's no real answer to this. Why do you think people protesting Israel in Montreal near McGill University, why would breaking the windows of a building in McGill University further your cause? Like, what does Canada have to do with the Israeli government and defense forces doing their thing? Why in Canada? By the way, good morning, Black Hebrew Israelite.
That's right.
They can't build, they can only destroy. Yeah, I don't get it. How does this help your cause? How does this bring people to your side? It doesn't. Now, by the way, there are countries that have banned public support for Hamas: Saudi Arabia, United Arab Emirates, Jordan, Oman, Kuwait, Bahrain. But and then here's some places that pro-Hamas protests occur daily: the USA, the UK, the EU, Canada. Could it be the Middle East understands the reality of living under a terrorist regime, unlike the West? It's kind of crazy. That's a good point there. Here, I'm part of the okay, that was, I don't want to show that. And by the way, here, speaking of Canadians, my Canadian friends, excuse me, watch Justin Trudeau is now lecturing us on anti-Semitism after he stood and cheered for a Nazi. He also called Hamas and Hezbollah terrorist organizations after sending over $100 million to fund Hamas through the UN. He can't go a single day without exposing himself as a hypocrite. So here he is barking about anti-Semitism while people are vandalizing buildings at McGill University.
165 days ago, we were all shaken to our very cores.
Oh, he's got a yarmulke on. He must be doing this in a synagogue. By the way, the other thing, what's going on with the burning churches in Canada? Like, over 100 churches have been burned or vandalized. What's he doing to curb that issue? Is he allowing security at some of these churches so they can find out who's doing this shit? Anyway, here's young Mr. Castro.
The single deadliest day for Jews since the Holocaust. Almost 80 years since the end of the Holocaust.
I don't know why they're editing this.
Almost 80 years since we collectively said never again.
Except
terrorist organizations like Hamas, like Hezbollah, like the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps still seek to harm Jews just because they are Jews. That's not being a freedom fighter. It's terrorism. Vile, anti-Semitic terrorism.
Okay, now, I'm going to give Justin some credit here. You said the dreaded T word and called it out. So I'm going to give him credit for the speech. I just don't know, at the same time, if he's funding Hamas or, there's a little bit of a disconnect there. You know what I mean? They edit out the boring dramatic phrases. Yeah, probably. So anyway, and apparently Ruben Gallego in Congress is totally pro-Hamas. Anyway, that's why Hamas is trending. People talk about that. Cat 5 is trending. There's another, as we know, we talked about yesterday, there's another hurricane heading towards Florida. And apparently this is, they're claiming it's going to be a Cat 5. And wait, remember when they ran a COVID-19 pandemic simulation called Event 201? They just did the same thing for Hurricane Milton. In the simulation, it's called Hurricane Phoenix, and it is a Cat 5 that directly hits Tampa Bay. So this is, that's a 3-minute TikTok just talking about that, how that could be a disaster. And there is, this Milton looks like it's going to be pretty bad. We have with Cat 5 inbound to Peneus, and Kamala Harris is spending her time attacking Governor Ron DeSantis over his handling of the hurricane. She has not a clue what is happening on the ground. Free up FEMA dollars, get us resources, and do your job. Now is not the time for petty BS. Now this is fascinating too. Now I haven't heard, I've not heard Kamala Harris criticize DeSantis yet. I haven't seen it, but there's people saying, wait, didn't you vote against spending the disaster relief budget for FEMA? Why? Yes, you did. No. They ran. Voting against the omnibus bill is not. Holy shit. Now this says Ron DeSantis has refused calls from the White House. Stop the lies. People's lives are. Well, Ron DeSantis has made it. He was way ahead of the game and calling it a disaster area, getting people to move in Florida. Ron DeSantis is way ahead of us. I don't know why people are saying this. I think this is complete bullshit.
This is not political unless you make it political. This weather is not political. It's weather. It's not political unless you make it political. Ron DeSantis is refusing to take calls from the White House and Kamala Harris.
Based on what?
Motivated.
He's doing his job as a governor, though. He's the one who's got everyone in place. They're opening dumps, trying to remove debris so it doesn't get washed out to sea. I've been watching what Ron DeSantis has been doing. He was way ahead of this. And look, you're the one making this political.
We are in the middle of a fucking disaster. It's gonna come hit us. And he won't take calls from the White House.
What does that have to do with anything? If he's ahead of the game,
Floridians.
He's not so far in the game. He's been helping other states while helping his own state and had people ready. I'm not sure what this is about.
When you think you aren't getting the disaster relief that you need in a few days, I just want you to remember who did it.
I'm confused. Good. All right. Let's do a little fact check on this because we're going to scroll down and see.